I think all the university heads are sitting here. Please ignore if I say something which you don't like, but I would resonate with my own life story. So imagine somebody saying that you'll not be able to do anything in your life, and then I come across with the same place that I studied and with the same thing that I'm doing. My story starts from a classroom. I think we all teach our students that you must not have some ego, but I believe a person must have an ego. But that ego has to be a positive ego, not the negative one. When I was maybe in my grade 10th, it was one of my cousin's wedding that I had to go. We were living in a boarding house. My principal of that school said that if you score this much of marks, I'll grant you leave. But even after scoring that, the principal did not grant me leave. I mean, it was just to pacify me that, you'll be getting a leave. She did that. Later on, one evening I ran away from the hostel because I had to go to that place. When I came back, I was being suspended for some time and then probably suspended from the hostel itself. Then I started living in PGs. Then my principal realized we cannot be so much harsh on a child. Let's bring him back. I was brought back to the hostel then. The principal in the counseling session always used to ask one thing: what do you want to do in your life? You'll not be able to do anything. At times I used to say I'll be doing this, I'll be doing that. But one day, out of all the irritation, I said, why am I being given this much of counseling every now and then? I said that I also want to have same kind of school in my city. Maybe that was a very childish thing that I did. But later on, when I stepped out from the schooling, completed my graduations and other things, I had one thing in my mind very clear. Yes, I have to go in this education sector and I have to do something for this. My city did not have a school which could have catered these needs, what we are catering right now. I thought of opening the same kind of school in my school. Now the biggest problem was, how do I get and arrange in funds? I never wanted to bother my parents to give me so much of hefty amounts to invest, and later on if I'm not able to do something, I'll have that guilt. I started with some small real estates that I did myself, and then obviously there was a big family behind me who was backing me. In December 2019, I decided that we'll be going with an education brand, and that was GD Goenka. Why? Because I myself was a student of GD Goenka Public School, Lucknow. I had this thing in my mind that whenever I go to this industry, I would like to go to that particular brand where I studied, because that was something, that standards we saw during that time. Nobody was in the industry, nobody had these facilities, infrastructure, and obviously the teachers as well. We started making the school. We took up franchise from GD Goenka and then we brought those things in our city. Coming back to what I thought, I had this thing in my mind, I had that resilience that I will start up early and end up early in my life. My only message to people sitting in this auditorium, maybe if you are a university child or you're studying in different courses, if you start early in your life, you can end up early as well. If you have a vision that what you have to do in your life, you'll be able to do everything. Have a constant goal. Have something that you think, yes, I have to do this, and you'll be able to do this. Have a consistent goal that I have to do this in my life. Maybe if you decide it right now, your 30s, 40s can be much more easier. If you have that resilient mind in you, you can do wonders. And I today owe back all the respect to that principal also, that she gave me an idea to do it, and that's all for myself. Thank you.